fellow friends of YouTubers. This is Kurt and welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Well guys, it's time for another arcade game review. Now this time we're going to be playing Ajax, made by Konami in 1987. This is a really cool shooting game that has a lot of variety and things to it. I think you're going to find really cool in this video. Now I also want to mention this is being played on my Black Knight Bar Top arcade machine. This machine I built from the ground up. If you want to know more about this machine, just look under my channel, under the videos, under Black Knight Bar Top arcade machine. You can actually see how I built this from the ground up. Let's begin. Now something cool you're going to find too here in the intro screen here, is you're going to notice that this game not only does it have games like Galaga where the enemies are coming down towards you, but there are also stages where they're actually coming up at you as well. Very, very cool, as you're going to see here in the scene here, in the beginning here. I'll just show you here on the intros here so you can see it. Now here you're going to notice that it's almost like the fighters are coming up at you from the bottom up. Really, really cool stuff, almost like it's in 3D. Now one thing I'm going to do is I am going to use an enhancement on this game. I'm actually going to use a rapid fire enhancement as a main game cheat. Now I go to rapid fire and I can actually enable my rapid fire. Now main game cheats, you can download those. Just go to Google, type in main game cheats. You download the cheat file that matches the version that you're using of MAME, and then you can actually get enhancements and things such as rapid fire. Alright, let's begin. And you also can choose the type of weapon you want too. You know, there's different types of weapons. You know, you can have the Vulcan cannon, bombs, three-ways, triples, and lasers. I prefer my preferred weapon is I prefer to use the Vulcan. That's my preferred weapon. But you can pick different weapons based on your playstyle. Love games that offer those options. Really, really cool stuff. And you'll know what you have because when the fighter comes down, you can actually pick the weapon that you want. Now, I just picked the Vulcan there. Really, really cool stuff. There's actually little, when you shoot those red fighters, I call them the power fighters, there's little letters, W, B, and things, and depending on which one you grab, that's the type of weapon that you're going to be able to use. Really, really cool stuff. Love that variety, being able to offer that too. Really neat. And this stage here is another example, you know, like where I like to get through the stage, you have to kill the two bad guys to get through this, to open up the gate, to get through the gate. Really, really neat how they did that. Love variety in games like this too. Really, really neat. And you're going to see the shooting and stuff is pretty intense in this game. There's a lot going on all at once. Very, very intense. And you can see sometimes they'll shoot at you from the bottom up too. You know, that's the thing, you know, they'll shoot from behind too. Very, very tricky too. Now this is going to be our first boss here that we have to defeat to get to the next stage. Now I can use a power bomb, which is what I'm going to use here to defeat this enemy. You can try to defeat him without using a power bomb. I like to use the power bombs because it's quick and efficient. Very, very cool. As you're going to see here, I'm going to use one here. Now sometimes even with the power bomb, sometimes it still takes one or two shots to get the guy up. And I just defeated him there. Really, really cool stuff. Now in this stage you're going to notice how that stage was like Galaga. The next stage is going to be where they're actually coming up at me from the ground up. Very, very cool. And this is what I love about this game. Now you're going to notice how they're actually coming from the ground up. Really, really neat. Isn't that sharp? Isn't that great the way they do that? I love that 3D effect. see how they come up at you? It's really, really neat the way they do that. Isn't that sharp how it's like in 3D? And there we go, you defeated him. Isn't that sharp? What a great game. Now you see, now we're back to the other type of machine, but you notice now how the enemies now are floating on the water? Isn't that great the way they do that? That's what I love about this game, is all the variety it has to offer. Really, really cool stuff. So you can see how cool this game is. A lot of variety here. Alright, we got one more man. Let's see what I can do with this last one. Oh! So there you guys go. So there's Ajax. You can see that is a really, really neat game. I highly recommend that you try that if you get a chance. Really, really cool stuff. Alright guys, and I also want to mention too now, if you want to help show your support for the Kurt's Place channel, I now have merchandise available. If you want to know more about my merchandise store, just look under the video description. There's a link to the merchandise store right there. Alright guys, I want to thank you again for tuning in to the Kurt's Place channel, and I hope you all have a great day now. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now. See you next time.